nice was it to see Ham out there?
It was great. I mean, you could see him and hear him. You know, that's the type of energy he brings. He's excited. He was playing at such a high level in training camp and saw some good things out there today. We'll be smart, easing him back in. Don't want to put too much of a load on him early, but yeah, he brings great juice to the practice field.
Does having the potential of Wesley back there, does that change things for you guys offensively, help things? I mean, how would you kind of...
Yeah, he's been a solid contributor. Whatever you ask him to do, he gets it done, and when he has his chance to make plays, he's made plays for us. So we had been thin there at wideout, so the more help we can get to that position, the better. And hopefully AJ will be ready to go as well, and so should have decent numbers going into the game.
Does having kind of the in and out because of all the injuries and stuff with receiver, do you think that's impacted this offense?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. But as you can see, we haven't played consistently or coached consistently yet. Haven't gotten no rhythm, and we need to do that ASAP with a really good team coming in.
Zach's playing against his former team, and I know that's always going to be something special. But he's in an elite class of tight ends that he's in his year or this year that we're in now, and what he also is in. Can you talk about where he is in that mix and how valuable those guys are to a team?
Yeah, he's been tremendous. One of the most cerebral players I've been around, just understanding each and every concept, what everybody has, why we're running it, what it's trying to attack, where the ball's going. Takes a lot of pride in his route running, and he's an Eagle legend. He caught the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, so he has a lot of love and pride in that organization. You can tell. So he'll want to play well. He's been fantastic since he's been here. I think he's going to have a really productive season as this thing goes on, and he'll definitely be fired up Sunday.
You get a Gronk though, Kelsey. I don't know if he's there yet. I guess he's kind of is numbers-wise, but what do those guys mean to an offensive coach?
Yeah, it's a tough matchup. The guys that can do it all like that. All three of those guys you mentioned. I mean, Gronk is kind of a superhuman. You know, he can do it all. His size and athleticism and the blocking and all that. And then Kelsey's feel for the game. And like I said, I think Zach, his route running, his technique, and then how cerebral he is. But his production is unquestioned, and what he's brought from a work ethic, leadership standpoint to this locker room can't be overstated.
Do you think play calling and play designing without your star receiver, do you think it's made you better without DeAndre Hopkins just because you've had to find, or have you just learned that it sucks?
Yeah, I mean, my very first college coach, his saying was, it's not about the X's and the O's, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And you find that out quick when guys like that, who are all-time greats, are no longer a part of your offense. But I've been proud of the way our staff and our quarterback has kind of handled that this year, just trying to find ways to win, even though it hadn't always been pretty. We haven't played great on offense, haven't coached great on offense, but to be 2-2 with some of the things we have going on, I think it's going to lead to some positive things down the road.
How's the offensive line shaking out right now, the way you see it? I mean,
O-line. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals where it's going to be basically to the weekend before we know who can go, and you all saw what we signed Billy Price, and that's really as insurance to see who all can play and who can't, numbers-wise.
go guard or center?
He can, yes, sir.
The three receivers you guys drafted in 2019 didn't work out. Is that a position that's hard to evaluate and project, maybe other than a couple guys every year? Or?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of that's situational. I think, Andy, we bring him in, and he's behind really Christian Kirk and Larry Fitzgerald where we wanted to play him, so he didn't probably get the time on task that could have really helped him. And then we bring in DeAndre Hopkins, and so you have those three guys. And then, it's just hard to get on the field. But he can definitely play in this league. He'll find a place. And then the other two, Keyshawn and Hakeem, just didn't work out for whatever reason. But every position is hard to evaluate. I think receiver particularly, you got to find a place that's able to maximize your skill set and where you kind of fit in.
How tough is it for you as, coach, just to see a guy like that who's been in the system so long?
Yeah, it's terrible. I hate that. I mean, he comes in yesterday, and just tough conversation because you love him and what he's about and how hard he's worked, and in the right situation could have been different, and I think it will be for him. But even on his way out, this is the type of guy he is. He tells me, hey, prove him wrong, coach. He's still thinking about others and encouraging me. So I think the world of him, and hopefully he lands in a good spot.
Change of scenery could help help guys too, right?
No doubt, no doubt. Like I said, I mean, he comes in and he's behind a Hall of Famer and a guy who just got $20 million a year, and then we bring in another guy who's making $25 million. So, wasn't ideal at times, and I think he has a future in this league.
Look, what do you make of this Eagles team in year 2 under Nick and what he's been able to do with Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, it's been tremendous. I think him and Shane Steichel building it around Jalen and bringing in great pieces, obviously, but then the way they've adapted to his skill set and really maximized it. I think you have Shane Steichen, who was, Coach Herbert when he had the monster year as a rookie, and then was with Phillip Rivers, and completely different systems to be able to come in and adapt to this and build and continue to evolve with Jalen. It's impressive to watch, and the culture, you can tell those guys are having fun, they're playing hard for him, so Nick's done a great job there.
You are 6-0 against the NFC East, did you know that?
I did not. I hope that didn't jinx us, but we haven't won a home game in a while, so maybe that kind of cancels out.
Where is AJ in this progression for his plan?
Yeah, I mean, he's day to day. He got out there today and was moving around, and we'll see how he feels at the end of the week. But it'd be nice to have all those bodies, be able to keep some guys fresh and maybe not have to play guys as many snaps as we've had to the last few games.
Philly's defense can hurt you a lot of different ways. I mean, the front, the middle, and the end, especially there too. What do you see when you look at it?
Yeah, overall, it's probably the most complete roster. At least in the top 3 that you see. Like you said, all 3 levels on defense are tremendous. Great athletes. Really don't have to bring a ton of pressure because they're so good up front, and then they play coverage behind with some of the best DBs in the league. And schematically, does a good job mixing up coverages, disguising things, and they play really hard. Like I said, I think that's the most impressive thing when you watch their team overall is just the effort that they play with, and that's a credit to their coaching staff.
Yeah, it's susceptible against the run. Is that something you'd like to try to continue to exploit?
Yeah, I mean, we always want to try to get the run going if we can. We're really good when we rush for 30-plus times or whatever, and so if we can get it going, that'd be nice.
You bring up the record at home recently?
No, I mean, I see it as this is a new season. We lost to defending Super Bowl champs and one of the better teams in the league right now at home. So we're 0-2 this season at home. Last year was last year.
Do you, going back to Ertz for a minute, in a game like this, do you worry about somebody like him being too amped up because of who he's playing?
I don't. I think if anything, he'll, the focus and intensity of practice all week, he'll help lift other guys up. I mean, he's been doing this a long time. Like I said, won a Super Bowl, and so he's been in big games. And I don't think it'll be any sort of issue. I just know that you'll feel his intensity throughout the week. There's no question.
You guys know his son Reddick really well, so what can you do to maybe trap him a little bit, fool him, throw him some disguise?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a plan for him. There's no doubt. It's been great to see just his evolution and how he's become one of the best pass rushers in the league. When I got here, he was a stand-up, trying to make him a middle linebacker, and finally we were like, hey, let's try him where he played so well in college, and it's just been awesome. Such a great person to see the success he's had, but you got to have a plan. I mean, he wrecked that game against Jacksonville last week, creating those turnovers there late, and so we got to have some way to try and slow him down.
How's Prater looking?
He'll be out. Yeah, he'll be out this week. Mm-hmm.
Do you know about Matt? How much do you trust that?
Yeah, he kicked well today. He's in the NFL for a reason and has had some success kicking at certain spots and looked really sharp today.
You don't anticipate an iron move from Matt?
I think we're kind of working through that, but not of now. Yeah.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Zach going against his old team, or is he asking for like 40 targets this week?
Nah, I actually thought about that. It's probably be a little weird for him, maybe. I don't know. He had such a great career there. To go against him for the first time since being traded, probably have some emotions. I'm sure he's an emotional guy, but I'm sure he's looking forward to playing him for sure.
He told us last year in one of his first few interviews that he was wanted to, maybe it was when he re-signed it, he wanted to be here with some quarterback stability with you.
Mm-hmm.
He did go through 7 different starting quarterbacks in 9 years, which seems like a lot. Larry?
You said how many?
7.
7 and 9. Yeah. I'm sure he does. I can only imagine. I'm sure. D-Hop dealing with the same thing. It's got to be. I've never had to deal with coaches in and out and stuff like that, so I can't really speak on it. But I'm used to, being familiar with my coach, having the stability. It does make a difference. I'm sure he would tell you the same.
You've said many times you trust all your receivers no matter who's out there.
Mhm.
But the in and out, I mean, now you're getting Tweezy back and maybe AJ and all that stuff. That's got to impact you some way, doesn't it?
No, I mean, if anything, excited for those guys to get back. I mean, Tweezy's been out 4 weeks. Hop 6 weeks, right? So just when they get back, I mean, it's a different vibe, different energy that they're bringing back to the game, to the team, that the team has missed. It's hard to fill that void. Those guys are two guys that bring juice every day to practice, to the locker room, leadership, talk a lot. So it's it just make everybody feel better. So I'm excited to have him back.
Ertz seems kind of low key to us. What do you mean that he's emotional?
He's I don't want to say emotional. Tight ends just want the ball a lot. Like they get sensitive if they don't get the ball. You can watch him on Sundays if he's open, he doesn't get the ball. He's throwing his arms down and doing all the theatrics and stuff like that. But he has a good reason. Most of the time he's open, so that's fine. I'm good with it.
How much do you enjoy him as a target, as a passer?
Ertz, yeah, I've besides playing with I've played with Mark Andrews, but I didn't play at Oklahoma when he was there. Grant, he's with the Eagles now, but Ertz he's literally most of the time he's always open. I mean, even if he's not open, he's good at being friendly to the quarterback. Savvy vet, safety blanket, all those things. I've never really had that, so for playing with him has definitely shown me that the tight end is very important for a young quarterback and any quarterback really.
Did Hurts reach out to you at all when he decided to go to Oklahoma? And you guys kind of compare notes at all?
No, I remember Riley hit me up about him. I never really, had any experience with him, never met him. But when he got to campus, we ended up meeting and stuff like that and talking about the offense and all that stuff. And just speaking about Riley and all the things that he was doing, the offense. He asked me a couple questions, stuff like that. But no, he never hit me up about the decision to go to OU. I think it was more of a low-key type of thing.
How much do you like this kind of a matchup coming up Sunday? An undefeated team with a lot of skill and a lot of hype and a real tough defense. You're at home.
Yeah.
And you thrive for these kind of games. Can you kind of take us through what you're thinking?
I mean, it's a great opportunity for us, Started off slow this season. Entering the second quarter of the season, I think it's a great opportunity. Got a great team coming in. In order to be the best, you got to beat the best. This is an opportunity for us.
Wearing the black helmets at all? Add to
Yeah,
it?
black helmets, yeah. What do you think?
What I think
Yeah, you like them? I like them too. He's solid.
Against those OU quarterbacks, how long do you get bragging rights?
I mean, I don't. What am I right now? 4-0. I mean, Jalen. He spent a lot of time at Bama. I mean, it's. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it right now.
How do you handle receivers who come to you a lot and say, I'm open?
They don't usually do it. They usually they'll probably talk amongst each other, say I missed them or something like that. But I go back and watch the film, and I'm good about telling them if that was on me, or if it's my fault. Try to make everybody feel good. Got to keep them going. Got to keep them upright, confidence going. Because we're gonna need everybody at some point. So.
Do you obviously you're always looking for chunk plays, and some of the defenses you've seen, too high safeties is not going to be there. Is there a part of the offense that needs a couple of those for the confidence level?
I think you love to be able to hit some deep shots every game, but you watch across the league. I mean, sometimes it's not there. You got to take what the defense gives you. It's got to be a methodical game. Sometimes you play the Rams. They're not giving up most deep shots. So you got to drive the ball methodically, slow it down, and be willing to take the underneath stuff. So it's tough. It's tough as a young, when you're a young quarterback learning that. But being year 4, I've kind of dealt with it, and I'm kind of used to it. So.
Really likes to bring a safety up to the box a lot, though. Is that something you can exploit if you change your formations and fool them a little bit?
I mean, we'll see. I think we got a good plan.
Did you bring up the recent record at home at all?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't really make much of a thing about it. to me, it's like I said, last year. Obviously, this year we have yet to win at the crib. But I mean, like I said, we got a great opportunity this week.
When you look at the defense, what's the first thing that stands out to you?
They got a lot of great players over there. A lot of great players are flying around. They're playing together, playing real good complementary football, offense, defense, and special teams. There's a reason why they're 4-0. But like I said, they got some really good players over there.
Your defense has played very well too.
Yep.
Maybe underrated. You made sure you mentioned that last week after the game. What do you think of your guys?
I mean, I'm fine with as far as laying low right now underneath the radar. As far as we're playing, we got to get better offensively, and I think everybody understands that. Everybody knows that the urgency for us right now is at an all-time high because we know the potential and everything, but potential only gets you so far. So we got to kick it in gear. We got to be better this week.
When you go against a pass rusher, you did it already with Chandler, but to go against Hassan, who you're going to know and you practiced against, does that give you any kind of help or not really?
Nah, not really. I haven't played against Hassan yet, so no, he's having a great year though. Ever since he's left here, he's been balling. So I'm excited.
The entire division at 2-2. Does that eliminate any sort of panic to iron out these wrinkles faster, knowing you have a little wiggle room in the standings?
No, I think the division's just super competitive. It's I think you take pride, in playing this division. You see how this division shakes out. It's always super competitive. Super Bowl champs, 49ers were in the game to go to the Super Bowl, playing the Rams. Seahawks have always been good. So, I mean, if anything, that puts more on us. We got to be better. And I'm excited for it. I'm super competitive. So to me, it's set up right for us.
You're at 97 total touchdowns. What would 100 mean to you?
I mean, I don't really look at much of the stats, but I mean, I'm just trying to win. To be honest, but if we're scoring touchdowns, we're winning. So I think that's kind of goes hand in hand.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle.
Appreciate it.